Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video, we are talking about percent of a number. As we said before, percent is the ratio in which the second term is 100. All what we have to do is just replacing of with multiplication sign. So when I ask you, I need to find 145% of a number, it means I need to multiply 145% multiplied by this number. So we need to find 145% of 320. All what I have to do is just multiply it here. 145 over 100 multiplied by 320. Because we multiply by a number, just make the denominator equal 1. Now we can cancel out 0 and 0. Then you can multiply 145 times 32. After multiplying, you will find that the result will be 5,640. So it will be equals 5,640 over 10. You can cancel out 0 and 0, so you will find that the answer will be equals 564. In question number 2, we have 220% of 65. 220%, it means we have here 220 divided by 100. All of that multiplied by 65. Because we have 65, so we'll make the denominator equal 1. I will just remove 0 and 0, then multiply. 22 times 65. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be equal 1,430. So it will be equal 1,430 for the numerator and denominator. 10 multiplied by 1 equals 10. Cancel 0 and 0, so it will be equal 143. So by the same way we can solve for question number 3. In question number 3, we have 128% of 550. So it will be 128 over 100 of its mean multiplication. We just multiply 550 over 1. Now we can cancel out 0 and 0. Now we need to multiply 128 by 55. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be 7,040. So for the numerator will be 7,040 and the denominator will be equals 10. You can cancel out 0 and 0, so you will find that the answer will be equals 704. So 128% of 550 equals 704. 32% of 60. By the same way, it will be 32 over 100. Of its mean multiplication. I will multiply it by 60 over 1, cancel 0 and 0. Now by multiplying, 32 times 6. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be equal 192. So for the numerator will be equal 192, and the denominator will be 10 times 1 equals 10. Now because we have here divided by 10, it's mean put the decimal point after one digit from the right. So I'll just write 192, then starting from the right by one digit, I will just put the point. So you'll find that the answer will be equal 19.2. In question number 9, 0.3% of 200. By the same way, we'll say 0.3 over 100 times 200 will be 200 over 1. Cancel the two zeros with the two zeros, so it will be equals 0.3 times 2 equals 0.6. So 0.3% of 200 equals 0.6. In question number 10, we have 0.25% of 58. So it will be 0.25% its mean over 100 of which is multiplication, 58 which should be equal 58 over 1. Now there is no zeros. Just we will multiply 0.25 times 58. So it will be equal 58 times 25. There is no decimal point and the decimal point after two places. So I just multiply, then put the decimal point after two places from the answer. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be equal 1,450. Because we have here a decimal point after two places, just put the decimal point after two places. So for the numerator now will be equal 14.50 and the denominator will be equals 100 times 1 equals 100. Because we have here divided by 100, it's mean moving the decimal point two places to the left. So the answer now will be equal 0.145. The same for 0.85% of 600. By the same way, it will be equals 0.85 over 100 of its mean multiplication. 600 will be 600 over 1. Just we remove two zeros with two zeros. So we have here 0.85 multiplied by 6. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be equal 510. In 58, we have a decimal point after two places. So for the answer, I'll just put the decimal point after two places. So count 1, 2, then put the decimal point. So you'll find that the answer will be equal 5.10. So for number 12, by the same way, 0.9% of 1000. So it will be 0.9 over 100 of its mean multiplication. 1000 will be equal 1000 over 1. Just remove 2 zeros and 2 zeros, so it will be equals 0.9 times 10. When you multiply by 10, just move the decimal point one place to the right. So you will find that the answer will be equals 9. And that's how we can find the person of a number.